most of us, when we see bees, we automatically think of pollination or honey production. A few others will think of the pain associated with bee stings. Bees are also used as a symbol of hard work, diligence, and cooperation. Having had a sit-down with Chalomotua, also known as CEO Wanyuki, you immediately appreciate their importance and be surprised by the many products they produce and their uses.
I worked with the government for several years. Actually, when I was resigning, I was district fiscal planner for Turkana. And I got somebody who knew that I come from Mukambani. And now they thought that now that I come from Mukambani, I know everything about beekeeping. So he told me he's got a friend who wants a lot of bee pollen. And he told me the guy was taking bee pollen to Turkey. And so he said, why don't you get bee pollen to this guy? And he's buying 1 kilogram at around 32,000. Pollen is the male part of a flower. And when bees go to the forest foraging, they will pick two things. They will drink nectar, which now mixes with enzymes in the stomach, now to make honey. And they also carry pollen by their legs, which now they would use in the hive. Of course, they do some secretion, mixed with some secretion, to make food for the young ones. Now, this pollen also has got some very special protein that is not found in any meat. That's the interesting part about it. It's a source of protein that is not found in any legume. And now, most of these level marketing companies, when you go to them, you realize that they're selling some supplements. They're selling some pollen in some small containers. Now, royal jelly is the white, milkish honey in the hive. When you open a hive, even a traditional hive, you'll notice a place where there is a milkish honey that it looks like, more or less like milk. And this is most of the time in a small quantity because it's food for one bee, that is the queen. This is what makes the queen stay for 5 years, all right? While the normal bee stays for 40 days. We now have royal jelly. People are starting to know about it, and many people now are now consuming it. And that's what has made royal jelly to be very pricey. We have had many people that have been asking us to take them bees, to bite them, to treat them arthritis. Bee venom has been used as for apitherapy purposes, and would carry bees using a bee cage. And if you have arthritis about this joint, we'll direct the bees to bite you here, to sting you here. That is in the morning, lunch, and evening, and for 3 days. Then we'll charge you 42,000 shillings.
Savannah Honey provides farmers with all the necessary equipment, skills, and support to be able to harvest these premium products. And as Joseph Kinoti, a technical expert in beekeeping, explains, a farmer reduces the time and cost of labor drastically when you use the recommended equipment.
Wakati tunavuna venom, tunatumia bee venom machine, inakuanga electrical. Wakati unasugua nyuki, kuna kelele ina vibrate. Ikianza kuvibrate, queen akiwa kwa brooder ana produce pheromone ya kuambia nyuki kuna andui. Sasa nyuki watatoka nje kuattack yule adui. Wakikuja watapata hii flame. Watapata ni wires. Wakati atakanyanga hii wire na iko na power, atapiwa shock. Akipiwa shock, yeye atasting. Akisting juu ni wire, hiyo mzinga yake si eti atawacha, ataenda nayo juu amesting wire. Hiyo sumu itamwagika chini kwa kioo. Vile anaiachilia in form of liquid, lakini sisi tunaicollect in crystals from solid.
Beekeeping can be a fulfilling and profitable venture in Kenya, not only providing a source of income, but also contributing to agricultural productivity and environmental conservation. However, it is essential to approach it with the necessary knowledge and commitment to ensure the well-being of your bee colonies and the quality of your honey.
One of the main challenges that is facing many farmers is a lack of information, lack of know-how that modern beekeeping is more lucrative than most of the other enterprises. And many farmers equate beekeeping, they think beekeeping is a poor man's business. But very few of them know that the income you can make from this number of beehives here is quite too high than what you make in 50 acres of maize. Because when you factor in royal jelly, you factor in propolis, bee venom, wax, even the honey itself, you realize that whatever you can get from this number of hives here is way too high than somebody who's doing 50 acres of maize.
Beyond Kenyan borders, honey and the products mentioned earlier are gaining recognition in the global market. Their commitment to quality and sustainable practices is making waves in the beekeeping business in Kenya.
The beautiful thing with Savannah honey is that for the first harvest, we harvest for you free of charge so that we can train you and your team on how to go about it. But it's also, good. We encourage our farmers, every one of them to have a bee suit, every one of them to have a pair of gloves, every one of them to have at least some boots and a smoker. Those are basic equipment that should always be accompanied by every beekeeper, simply because they also help in case anything happens.
Researchers and organizations in Kenya are continually working on innovation in beekeeping, such as hive designs and beekeeping techniques to improve honey production and bee health. Beekeeping in Kenya represents an intersection of agriculture, conservation, and economic development. It not only provides a source of income for rural communities, but also contributes to environmental sustainability through pollination and the preservation of natural habitats. With continued support and innovation, the Kenyan beekeeping industry is poised to make further positive